right, have and have not fans, and no, there is no new news about the series. But what I'm doing now, I'm actually going to post this on the video today. It is Monday. It's like 10:30 a.m. I don't know if it's just me or do the days seem longer now. I know this is a weird way to open the video, but I think what did they say? The summer solstice was on June 20th. That was like supposedly the longest day of the year, but I don't know why. But yesterday felt pretty long, and today. But in any case, at the moment, I'm gathering up comments and questions for my big "If Loving You Is Wrong" season 6 video. On Twitter, I posted a tweet and I'm like, hey, what questions would you like to see resolved in a season 6? I actually am looking at my notebook page here. I have at least 15 things listed. I was going through the comment section on the review I did for "If Loving You Is Wrong" series finale, and I was reading some of the comments there, and a few of them actually got, I wouldn't even say concerned, but I would say these are valid points made by the fan base, and that's what this video is about. Now, before going any further, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and please hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content. This video here is, don't get me wrong, in no way, shape, or form am I saying you should or shouldn't watch the haves and the have-nots. I'm not saying that, but the questions and comments I was seeing, people were saying were, you know what, looking at how "If Loving You Is Wrong" got cut at the end of season 5, that was the finale. I've invested like I'm like quoting what these comments are saying. I invested like what, 4 or 5 years watching the series, trying to see how things would get wrapped up, and then all the promotion was, who is Alex? And then like last season, season 4 was all about, who, is the father of the baby, and then, will Kelly get out of jail and all this other stuff. But then we get to the last season and all the promotions were, this is the can't miss a single episode season event. And then you had people on social media like, oh yeah, season 5, this is it. We only got a few more episodes left. There'll be no more cliffhangers. There'll be no more unanswered questions. Oh boy, that was a lie. And then we get the finale, and then that's it. And there are at least like 25 different things that were not even touched upon or even resolved. So now fans are wondering. Is it even worth watching the haves and the have-nots? Because after seeing how "If Loving You Is Wrong" just got cut and canceled, why should I watch the haves and the have-nots in fear that they'll be doing the same thing? I think that is a legitimate concern. I do, because I mean, I know that they said, I was talking with Chandler about this, I know that they said that season 7, the first 10 episodes was the first half. Episode 10, Bananas Foster, I believe is the name of the episode, or was the name of the episode. That was season 7, part 1. Like when it picks up in the back half, there's allegedly 10 episodes left, which would be the back half of season 7. We were talking and I'm like, dude, I would not be surprised if when the show returns in, which I do believe is supposed to be September of this year, I would not be surprised if it's labeled as the haves and the have-nots season 8. I don't know why, but there's some kind of trend going on where seasons used to be like, a good 20 to 24 episodes with various shows. Now they're being cut to like maybe 8 to half a dozen, and it's weird. Like, I mean, look at Greenleaf. Last year we had 10 episodes, and it was like, yeah, we have 8 more, and that'll be the back half of season 4. Okay, great. Then the show comes back. Oh, not only is this going to be called season 5 instead of season 4, but this is also the final season. And it's like, wait, what? So the haves and the have-nots has filmed season 8. Like, season 8 has been filmed. Season 9 is said to be happening, but it hasn't been filmed yet. So I don't want to freak everyone out. Remember, this is just speculation, but looking at what OWN has been doing over the past year or so, I think the conversation needs to be had. What if season 8 the one we're getting, well, again, the back half of season 7, the next 10 episodes, let's say that might be labeled as season 8. I don't know if they'll even film a season 9. Maybe what they'll do is when season, okay, I don't want to confuse you all, so I'm going to try to say this as clearly as possible, because I know this is like me and Channel going back and forth like, do. Let's slow down. Let's take it piece by piece. Now, originally, the Haves and the Have-Nots season 7, the one that we're currently in now, the deadliest season yet, season 7 was supposed to be the final season. Okay, season 7, the season we're in right now, was supposed to be the final season. Now, the first 10 episodes, those aired the way they were recorded. Last year in 2019, they did season 7 reshoots. So the back half, aka the next 10 episodes of the Haves and the Have-Nots, are going to be like new things that they kind of, Tyler written up. Because the back half of season 7, which was supposed to be the end, that got shifted back a season. So basically, the back half of season 7 and then the first half of season 8 is like new material. Like that's material that wasn't supposed to be there. So at the end of season 8, so the back half of season 8, that should be the ending before we get to a season 9. But here's what I think might happen. Okay, now we had the first half of season 7 aired already. When the show comes back in September, I would not be surprised if that's going to be called season 8. And then in 2021, the first half of season 8 will be labeled season 9. And then the back half of season 8 will be labeled season 10. And then that will be the final season, because the back half of season 8 is what the original back half of season 7 was, which was originally supposed to be the final season. Again, I know that was confusing as hell, but basically I want to break it down one more time. Now I know that might annoy some people who got it, but I just want to ensure you that, I want to be sure that everybody gets it. Season 7 was supposed to be the final season. Tyler Perry cut it in half. Okay, so the first half of season 7, and then what was supposed to be the back half of season 7, that back half is now the back half of season 8. So then he kind of fill in the gaps by, okay, I want to make new content for the back half of season 7, and then the first half of season 8, and then season 9, that's over there in the corner. We don't even know that's going to happen. So my concern with the fact that it's being split like that is, okay, so you're extending the show by an extra season, and the problem with that is, because you split season 7 in half, and what was supposed to be the end of one season is now the ending of the next season, that leads me to believe that all you're doing in the middle of those two halves of season 7 is stretching out storylines longer than they should be. Or you could argue that the things that he inserted, like the reshoots of season 7 and then the filming of season 8, the first part, maybe that's material that could lead into season 9. That's a possibility too. And I do feel like there is just so many things that the Haves and the Have-Nots has never touched upon. Now, I feel like when it comes to If Loving You Is Wrong, that show is more notorious for characters just up and missing. With the Haves and the Have-Nots, I feel like it's more notorious with storylines just up and missing. Like, there's so many things from like early seasons, like, we still don't even know who killed Amanda. And no, I still don't. I know, well, Jeremy Wyatt said, I don't think he did it. And I still don't even think Wyatt was the one that killed little Lizzie. But then you have other storylines. Like, I think I mentioned this in another video I recorded yesterday about, like Catherine's cancer. Like, look, that was something from season 1. And it just finally got brought up again in season 6, right? So there are just so many storylines with these characters that we don't even know. To be fair, even though it took a while for the lion tattoo and whatnot and Candace's father, that was mentioned back in season 1 about her dad. But then it wasn't until like season 6 when we found out Derek had the lion tattoo. But guess what? At least we found out with the If Loving You Is Wrong, we have all this drama about Alex and the baby daddy, but we didn't find out squat about it. But with the Haves and the Have-Nots, I feel like I'm going to still watch it because I've ridden I got on the bus at the beginning. I might as well ride it to the end of the route, But the sad part is, I honestly could see the show being canceled or just done before it concludes everything. Like, we'll get the finale, but then it's not going to be the finale we actually deserve. And again, it's not to sound stuck up, it's not to sound entitled, but I feel like for fans who have been watching since day one, the same with If Loving You Is Wrong. You're just robbed. I mean, there's a huge difference between a show like Ambitions, which to me was really good, only having one season and then being canceled, versus a show that's been on the air for years, and then it just gets a thrown together finale. Because I know, and I will say more of this discussion in my If Loving You Is Wrong season 6 video, but I just feel like that finale was written to be a season finale or mid-season finale, but not the actual series finale. So it just feels like there are so many things we'll never get resolution on unless we get one more season. But I do feel like with the haves and the have-nots, I can completely understand if people don't watch, just because of the fact, like, yet another show which has been on the air longer than If Loving You Is Wrong, yet another show I've been invested in, and then find out, oh, you're just going to cancel it without any kind of resolution. So are you going to continue to watch the series? Don't worry. I mean, I know I am, because I know fans are still going to want me to do my reviews and everything, which I don't mind doing. But I will say that I will be watching with caution. I will say that much, because I honestly think that I could see this series ending with season 10. Like, they don't film season 9, and then they take what's already been filmed and then cut that up to season 8, 9, and 10. That's what I think. So let me know what you think below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss out whenever I post new content. Links to all my social media are in the description below. And if you would like to donate to the channel, which is not mandatory, you can hit me up on PayPal, Cash App, or if you want to, you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And I know this video is a bit gloomy, but at the same time, just once again, like I said before, based on how If Loving You Is Wrong ended, it really is important to have the discussion about what could happen with the haves and the have-nots. Yes, it is the #1 show on OWN. Yes, it has been the #1 show since it aired on OWN back in 2013. But history has shown, like, even when the show has stellar ratings, it could just be cut off, and that's it. Like, it could be the network decision, or it could just be Tyler Perry. Like, you know what? Hey, I'm over at Viacom, so I don't need to worry about OWN anymore. So again, just take what I said with a grain of salt. It is theory. Some of what I've said has been confirmed by various sources, but then again, I don't work on the inside, so some things might be proven wrong. But just to let you know, I could see the show just being cut like that. Just saying.